Hi guys, it's me again. Soda ain't gonna work for me because soda makes you thirstier, and I don't know how that's gonna feel. If I run out of topics to say, by the way, I'm just gonna play music. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm just gonna play music, but I'm making this video I'm making this video before I go to school because I'm going to community college. And it's going to be very, very hectic actually. Because I'm not going to be able to upload as much as I used to, and because it's just school. And even though it's like 2 days of school, which I picked because, I didn't want to do like all the days, but it's going to be very hectic days. It's going to be for almost 12 hours. I'm going to be at the school. Granted, it'll only be for about, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like about 5 hours on break, but I'm going to be stuck at the school for almost 12 hours for 2 days, and it's going to be very hectic. And because of that, and because of other, obligations and stuff like that. Okay, I don't know how to do this. I better, you know what I'm going to do? I did several, I want to get back into drawing more. I want to get back into drawing original things, too. But, where is this photo? Oh, here it is. Okay. You can follow me on Twitter, which is A-Analysis, or the animation analysis. I did this picture, and, let me look and see what other picture. Just giving you a portfolio of what pictures, like, I just do on my free time. This one. I'm just gathering all the black cat pictures. I did this one. Yeah. I think that's about it. That's on my Tumblr. Let's have a Tumblr. JC0275 blog. I think that's what it is. I mean, I can look it up, but I think that's what the thing is. You just go to Tumblr and you just... I gotta check on my villainous amino. And my villainous amiibo is actually, it's animation analysis, so you can just find me on that. Gonna go to bio. Yeah, so if you just type in JC0275 blog Tumblr, you'll find me. But right now I'm gonna do more freaking Black Hat. What a waste of my life. It isn't really, because I don't really live that much of a life to begin with. But I'm gonna take it from this picture right here, and because people are wondering, like, people are gonna say, well, what about the other photo that you were working on? It's like, I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry. I just need to. Finish things, okay? I just need to finish. I gotta get a different eraser. I got so many pencils that are dyed because they don't have erasers on them. Debating whether or not I want to actually open the actual eraser thing that I got beforehand, because that's what I bought it for. But no, I'm just gonna be wasting my money. That's what I want for Christmas. It's like, that's all I want. I just want art supplies. That's it. I know art supplies can be expensive, but yeah, like most of the things that I get now are art supplies. And I asked my parents, I asked my relatives, it's like, get me art supplies, please. Please get me art supplies. But I don't know what's new. I mean, I don't know if I could say any more stuff about Villainous, because nothing has really come out. I mean, it hit 3 million. That's good. But is it gonna be? I think I did something wrong here. I mean, I'm glad that Villainous is, becoming a big, became a big thing. I'm glad that, we're giving new people over there. I don't know if I want to get into this little debate that I had in the comments. You can find the comment section. You can find the video. I don't know if I want to actually say the video's name, because it was nonsensical to begin with, but I don't know if I want to start beef with another freaking YouTuber who's trying to get into the same analysis, or who's trying to get into the same as other people who are also in the animation community. I mean, I can who else? I don't know. It's pretty useless. I'm trying to look up it's gonna get me started all over again. Looking up a definition. Okay. 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 So it is a video of, of somebody who is not a fan of Villainous. That's all I say. I'm not telling you to go and bully somebody. No, who am I kidding? Nobody watches these videos anyway, because they're like, oh, it's so boring, and then they turn it off in the first 5 seconds. But I'm not telling you to go harass anybody. There's one person who's watching. I'm not telling you to go do that. I'm not telling you to do anything like that. I'm just telling you why I think. I'm just telling you why what this person said is wrong. And just like one of the greatest YouTubers, I'm always quoting Lily Pete. It's like, I don't know, she's just a really good, she's really good at what she does. I love Lily Pete, but just like Lily Pete said, or said beforehand, you could be wrong, and that can be okay. And, I also made comments on there, too. It was in the heat of the moment, and it was something to where maybe I shouldn't have, left things that were probably useless to the argument. Like, oh, I've been here, I've been here since day one. It's like, he's not gonna care about that. He's not gonna care that I've been here and stuff like that. He's not gonna care. I mean, Yeah, he's not going to care about that, and that's not even part of the argument, so why am I even talking about it? No, I'm going to talk about something that should not even really remotely exist. It shouldn't really exist at all. And what this person actually said in the video, or at least the title of the video, really kind of send mixed messages. I mean, maybe I was overtaking it and seeing what it was, but people who aren't going to look for more than 3 seconds aren't going to care. So I'm going to give you the definition that he wanted to defend himself over with, and that is the term overrated. Personally, I think that overrated is not really so much of an argument. It's not an argument that you want to use to describe say something that it's bad, or it's dull, or it's stupid, or la 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 la. It's not something that you want to describe to add to a criticism list, because one, your perception of it and how it's viewed around your perception of the actual work, whether it be music, TV, yada yada yada, your perception is your own opinion and your own opinion only. You know, some people will like it, some people will hate it, some people will find it in between, which the word in between does not exist on the internet. You either love it or you hate it. But, you know, I'm not somebody who wants to do that. I'm not somebody who wants to take an opinion and say, oh, I hate your opinion, or, oh my god, you agree with everything that I exactly say, so therefore I will like you and I will subscribe to you. You don't do that. You can disagree with somebody else's opinion and you can still watch their videos. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to learn how to give examples of this. Let me just go back to Lily Pete. Some of her views and opinions I do not personally agree with, but I can she explains it to where I understand where she's coming from, because Lily Pete is a smarter person than me. We all watch people who are smarter people than us. Therefore, we have a tendency to copy everything that the person says. I don't know how to do this mouth. Don't know how to do this mouth. I'm trying real hard, guys. So this guy pretty much used the term overrated to describe Villainous. And since I do not agree that that's a criticism, because anything can be overrated, but that does not affect the quality that you perceive that you're getting from the show. You can say that the characters have been used. You can say that the characters are like rip-offs, which is another criticism that I don't think too fondly of either, because we literally have people who have made quote-unquote rip-offs in the past that have stuck up on their own as their own characters and such. I mean, I'm gonna bring up a really old argument from a movie that's really dear to my heart, and a movie that I actually got was my first trailer reaction, when I thought trailer reactions were cool and stuff, and I was doing them. People thought that Hotel Transylvania was a ripoff of The Little Mermaid. yes, they can have the same, yes, the story can have the same structure. It can have, some limitations on characters. It could have some of the same story plots, but really it is mostly, it's mostly a couple things. Personality, which can define a character from being an homage to being a ripoff. A atmosphere, and pretty much tone. I think that's what separates a character from being from being another character. Can they have a different personality? Can the property have a different tone / atmosphere to it? Can it create its own thing? I think Villainous is doing that, but okay, this guy does not agree. Okay. And then I go back to the overrated thing. It's like, well, it's your perspective of your opinion, and he said that the quality was overrated. And then I pretty much, disagreed from him from that point. And I'm not saying that Villainous is the greatest cartoon ever made. I even said that in the comments. I'm saying Villainous is not the greatest cartoon ever made. I'm not going to defend Villainous that far. I'm not going to say, oh, you hurt my poor baby when this sucker hasn't even come out yet. I'm not saying that. I also didn't say, sir, that, I also didn't commend you, or condemn you. Sorry, I used like a positive term. Whoops, sorry me. But I did not condemn you and say that, oh, because you don't like Villainous, that means that, oh, you don't like, animators getting jobs and such like that. I did not commend you, I did not, condone you, sir, that I put words in your mouth like that. I did not say that, oh, I like this because animators are finally getting jobs. I did not put words in your mouth. I did not accuse you of saying that stuff, good sir. I did not say that. I merely just said that I'm happy for that. I didn't say that you had to be happy for that. You don't have to be happy for anything that I say. So I think the term overrated is, quite frankly, a term that shouldn't really be used in criticism, because anybody can like something and anybody can disagree, but it's your perception of how the term overrated. What do you think of when you hear the term overrated? You think of let's go to Disney. Let's go to Disney. Let's go to Frozen. Frozen was a really popular movie when it came out. And yes, I dissed it in very early videos that I think are gone now because I just don't like those videos anymore. I deleted them a while ago because they were irrelevant and I wanted to get better. And they weren't showing like a side of me that I just don't really agree with that much, so I just, deleted them. Maybe if somebody actually went and actually, put them on saved them on a drive or something, I don't know. Someone who's entirely obsessed with me to do something like that. But I said that when Frozen Fever, the short for Frozen, came out, I said that Frozen was an overrated movie. And I will admit that Frozen gets more credit than it deserves. But will I call Frozen a bad movie because it is overrated? No. I think Frozen is a kind of bland movie. I think just like I was gonna say something that was irrelevant, but I think Frozen is a bland movie. But will I call it overrated Would I call it overrated? Not really, because it's audience perception, and audiences and not really so much professional critics make up the majority of the vote. on what is considered on, you know, that's why there's a critic section, and there's also a audience percentage on Rotten Tomatoes. Because if everybody gave, and of course everybody, you know, praised Frozen when it came out, critics and audiences alike, and then everybody got sick of it. I think everybody got sick of it because of the overexposure that the movie got. And is Villainous going to become something of the same thing? I mean, maybe. I mean, Villainous isn't really so much of a full show anyway. So really, all there's to complain about are the original shorts that came up with Villainous. And, you know, this guy wanted to say, you know, that the shorts were bland. They didn't do, you know, much in the, much to him. He thought that they were bland. He thought the characters were recycled. He didn't think it was all that funny. But he still wished it a good show. But I don't think he used, you know, the right terms for the arguments that he was presenting. Because overrated is not, it's not a good term to use. Because when you're describing something that's overrated, people who aren't really going to think are going to immediately say, oh, it's because of the fans. Oh, it's because how popular it is. And then you repeat it to say, no, it was because of the quality. Which doesn't really make sense because you can only percept about the quality. You could only have your perception of the terms of the quality, whether it made you laugh or it didn't. You can't have a perception if it's overrated unless it's, of course, how overexposed it is. I wasn't blaming you for having your own opinion. I was blaming you because you got the title of the thing wrong. And then he also said, well, that's what my friends use to describe something that they don't like. Then maybe you should get, other uses for, terms. Get other names to describe it. I even offered him like different titles for the video. But no. And that video is probably going to be like, I know what it is. He can have his opinion on Villainous all he wants to. But that term overrated is a clickbait title. It's a clickbait title. And it's not something that I condone. And it's not a good form for criticism. But, do whatever you want, dude. You don't have to listen to me. I know that took probably longer than I intentionally wanted it to be, but I just want people to use words right. Oh my god, can't unlock my phone. And I look up the term overrated. Which is not don't use that term, guys, to describe anything. Because everybody will like what they like, and you can easily find a replica of something and like it on your own. Having a higher opinion of something or someone than they deserve. Or that it deserves. I don't think overrated is a good term to use in criticism, and I don't think that overrated, should be used in criticism. but I guess that's just me, right? Ugh. Trying to finish this. Okay, I think I showed part of my face. By the way, I got a Steven Universe shirt that's like as long as my... Look, I got this at Hot Topic, and it's like too long. Ugh. What am I doing with my life shopping at Hot Topic? I told myself, my younger self, I was never going to shop there, and look at me now. It's like, oh, I'm never going to have kids. Like, probably 20 years down the line. It's like, oh, here's your first child. Yeah. So, I guess that's all I had to say. I had a fight with somebody on YouTube. But I think that's going to be it. And I'm just going to draw, I'm just going to pretty much finish this drawing real quickly. And while that's happening, you can listen to other things. I don't know what to put on.